the amount of money or revenue you're bringing in, or is it the jobs? Like, how do you know when it's time to add machinery to your business? Because machinery and employees, it costs money to do that, you know?
No, that's a misconception. Machinery and people make you money.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I always look at it as, is this piece of equipment, and the real way to do it is to learn ROI, return on investment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to teach you something that I recently learned. It was put to me in the best possible way. I was doing a podcast for LMN back in the day when I used to work with those guys. And I interviewed this guy, and what he taught me, I'm going to teach you guys one of the most powerful, most impactful things I've ever learned from anybody, is the return on investment is the most important thing that you can do, because a person like you shouldn't cost me a dime. If you cost me money, you're the wrong person.
Okay. Yeah.
If I bring you in, you better make what I'm paying you plus more.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Now, if you're not, then I made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Okay? Look at this dump truck right here. Okay? Initially, here's what actually, we're not going to use that dump truck. We're going to use a real piece of equipment that I can use. All right, skid loader. I had a backhoe that looked just like this skid loader. It was as black as this skid loader. Frankie hand painted it for me. We called it the black hole. Okay? True story. The black hole cost me $14,000 when I initially bought it.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
It was just a piece of junk. I plowed in it. It had rattled, rocked, rolled, did everything that I didn't want it to do.
Right.
But I didn't have $55,000 to buy a brand new piece of backhoe. Or now they cost $125,000. But back in the day, this was decades ago.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money, so it was a big chunk of change for me.
Yeah.
I plowed in it, repaired it, plowed in it, repaired it, paid people to do it.
Right.
A decade later, Gavin, I put that machine on auction. And how much do you think it sold for?
I don't know. Probably not a whole lot.
$14,000.
$14,000.
How much did I pay for it?
$14,000.
How much did that machine cost me?
Zero.
Goose egg. That machine didn't cost me anything. It made me money. So it's not about buying a piece of equipment. And if you buy a piece of equipment for your ego, well, and you go broke, good for you. Then you're not my competition anymore.
Yeah.
But if you buy a piece of equipment that's going to make you money, that has the highest resale value. So when you go in, here's the key takeaway. It's not about what you pay for the piece of equipment.
Okay.
It's about what you can sell it for.
Okay.
It's always about resale value.
Okay.
Find what piece of equipment is going to make you the most money when you're done with it.
Okay. All right.
Because what that piece of equipment costs you is the difference between what you sold it for and what you bought it for. Metal Plus is a great one. Arctic is a great one. Let's go over here and look at some of these Arctic pushers. Metal Plus and Arctic hold their value, Gavin. So a Metal Plus or an Arctic pusher like this, and Metal Plus is no different. I don't care which one you like.
Right.
But you can use these for years and then sell them for almost the same that you paid for them.
Wow, you've already changed my mindset and changed that question completely. I mean, this is exactly what I was looking to, exactly looking to find here. Wow, I did not know any of that.
Right. So here's the big if, the don't.
Yeah.
Do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
When you buy a piece of equipment, don't customize it. Don't stick rims on it. Don't stick a new exhaust on it.
So you're saying don't get it a nice black finish on it?
Don't customize it outside of OEM parts. Because the next guy coming in, when you customize it, typically it will devalue the piece of equipment. You won't get your customization cost out of it unless it's an OEM factory component. Because the next guy coming in probably doesn't have the same taste in flames and green highlights that you have, right?
Yes.
and chrome, but he will appreciate a better OEM upgrade component. So if a dump truck comes like that old crusty dump truck, has the option of having a better bumper on it. All right, so Johnny has customized his dump truck to have a ball sack hanging off the front and back. That's just Johnny's MO. Now, if I buy that dump truck, Gavin, And I buy this dump truck for, let's just make the numbers super simple. $1,000 I buy this dump truck for with this bumper. But I put a better bumper on it, and that bumper cost me $100, but that bumper helps me to resell that truck faster, better, easier.
Yeah.
I will spend the extra money on that better factory OEM bumper, even though it may not improve my performance or my productivity.
Yeah.
When I go to sell this, my exit strategy is my resale value will go up. That's the key component to buying any piece of equipment.
Yeah. Wow, that changes the game completely.
Doesn't it?
I was thinking. So you're looking for the resale.
Yep.
You're looking at the resale versus you're not looking at the price of buying, you're looking at the resale.
The resale is wherever your money is made or lost.
Okay.
And you can't let you guys beat the crap out of your equipment, because then your resale goes down.
Yeah.
So maintaining your equipment and having people that are respectful of it is another thing, right?
Absolutely.
So you've just got to take all of that into consideration. Yeah. Wow.
That's
all right.
changed the game completely.
Did we hit on everything you wanted to cover, Gavin?
I believe so.
Okay, did you have any rapid fire questions you wanted to do? Well, we'll make them short, sweet, and to the point.
So you're thinking all in for hardscaping, just forget the lawn care, find what you can outdo your competition with. That's what you're thinking.
Find your niche.
Yep.
Jack of all trades, master two. I wrote a book on this. It's on Amazon. If you want to support me, go to Amazon and buy. Actually, you don't have to do that, because I don't think I get any money off from it, to be honest with you. Actually, yeah, probably don't do that. I've never made a dime off from my book, but it is called Jack of all trades, master of two. And what I did is I did write a book that summarized everything that I had learned, and I didn't make it long like an encyclopedia. I made it short, sweet, punchy to the point. I actually wrote it for my kids.
Yeah.
So if I died, they would at least have enough knowledge to help them get going, right? That's the whole reason I started this channel. And I wrote that book because this was before I was, doing YouTube.
Right.
So yes, Jack of all trades, master two. Find the niche, dominate two things.
Yep.
Because one thing's a small thing, another thing's a big thing. One thing you'll dominate quick, another thing will take you longer to dominate.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep. Last fast question, fastest one here. What's the first piece of equipment if you're going to go into hardscaping?
Skid loader.
Skid loader?
Skid loader.
Okay.
Not a backhoe like Travis from my buddy down in Florida. He's like, oh, you got to get a backhoe. Don't get a backhoe. Your first piece of equipment, you're going to need a truck. You're going to need a trailer. Then you're going to get a skid loader. Then you're going to get a mini excavator. In that order. That's the order you're going to do it.
Right.
Not a backhoe.
Large skid loader, or just what do you?
Mid-frame skid loader.
Okay.
You're going to get a mid-frame size skid loader. Small skid loader is not going to allow you to do all the big jobs. A big skid loader is not going to let you get into the small jobs. A mid-frame size skid loader allows you to get into the most jobs the easiest. Yeah. It's just your all-around general. Almost every skid loader I have is a mid-frame. That's a mid-frame right there, the Kubota SVL. Let's go look at this. Let's just make sure we're on the same page. There's Timmy. Timmy had a fun night last night. Timmy's truck broke down on the way home. We were coming back from a video. We did. Timmy's truck broke down on the way. We were taking all the side roads, trying to get home.
Limping her home.
Limping her home. Then he came down here, dropped the plow by himself at like 6:37 at night in the dark. Then he had to go save his daughter, whose car broke down, and then he hit a deer.
Wow,
so Timmy had a great night last night.
Yeah, it was fun.
If Timmy looks tired, now you know why. This is what I call a mid-frame size skid loader right here.
Okay.
And tracks are fine if you're going to plow with it. You just got to get the right kind of tracks.
Right.
Okay. Here's a compact excavator. So you don't need a big one. You want something you can tow behind a pickup truck. This is I used to have a row of big excavators when I first started because nobody taught me.
Yeah. You're looking at a mini excavator like that.
I mean, a mini excavator like this will get me into more jobs than my big excavators. So I got a bigger excavator over there.
Right.
And that was, I would never have bought a bigger excavator like that in my life when I was your age. Yeah. I had a row of these that were 30-some thousand pounds plus. This whole end section of this area that I rent, I don't buy my shop, we go back to it, I rent this shop, was filled with excavators, and I bought one of these, and I'm like, what the flip? I thought this was useless.
Right.
I thought this was going to be the most useless thing. In fact, this machine right here was the first mini excavator I ever bought And it's because a friend of mine's dad was just selling it to me for next to nothing. Now I bought this machine for $11,000 and it's still worth $11,000 even with a crappy seat like that. Right?
Yeah, great resale value right there.
But it was a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Nobody'd ever taught me how useful a smaller piece of equipment can be.
Yeah.
And I just started to go, wow, eye-opening.
Yeah.
If I would have only known.
I was thinking you gotta have like a large skid steer, pretty large excavator.
Just takes you a little longer.
Right, right.
You and I aren't doing land development jobs, right? We're gonna be going into areas. God, look at this bucket. Holy crap.
Salt.
Squirrel. That's what happens when you have ADHD. Everything draws your attention. Might be a benefit to running a business, but
you focus, right?
yeah,
you focus.
You can juggle a lot of things all at once.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I learned that you can go into a lot of tight sites. We're not doing land development projects. We're working in tighter, smaller areas. Smaller jobs are more lucrative as well. They have a higher net profit, right? Your gross is going to be down. You know, we can go into, and we used to do the big land development projects. I mean, we've done land development, and the bigger the job, the smaller the profit margin. Not profits, profit margin, percentage that you get to keep.
Right.
And I was operating when I had 20 guys working under me and 5 crews running full time, and we were the biggest in the Midwest for retaining walls.
Yeah.
I was operating 10 to 15% profit margins. And I shrunk my company up. I switched from commercial to residential, and all of a sudden my profits went from 10 to 15% to 20% to 30 to 40 to 50%.
Wow,
and I'm
I
like,
didn't know that.
what the flip? Why am I working so hard when I fired in 2008? You know, good old Barack Obama came in and changed the economy and everything crashed.
Yeah.
Right? And when everything crashed, my company, I'd cut it in half the year before, not knowing it was going to crash. I didn't have a globe.
Right.
But what I had did is I had seen all them little nuances, right? As entrepreneurs, we have to project ahead what's going on in the world. So I started to cut back, and I switched from commercial to residential. My profits went up. My gross went way down, 50% down. My profit stayed exactly the same. And I said at the end of that year, and I'm like, I just did half the work and made the exact same amount of money. Let's do that again. And I cut my business again. Yeah. And I cut it again. And all I did is I kept cutting back on my gross while increasing my net. To the point where it was 1 year, I mean, I made so much money net, I was forced to go out and buy hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment, or Uncle Sam was taking it all from me. And I always reserved 30%.
Wow, I love that, Stan. That is great information right there.
Good deal. Good deal. What are you guys doing?
Just plow up and see what's going on with it.
And Tim is actually going to stand next to you?
Well, he's already been exchanging the pen with me and stuff.
God, he is a germaphobe. I am surprised he'll even get near you. All right, Gavin, and all right, you guys. Hey, I want to say thanks for hopping along. I hope you guys enjoyed this ride. I hope this helps you guys out as well, and I hope these were great questions that can hopefully take you guys to the next step. That was the whole goal of this channel when I started it, was to help people out. So, Gavin, I hope that helps you out. Now, you have my number. You are welcome to call me. Are you plowing this winter?
No, this is my dad's truck, so I need to get a truck here.
Do you want to plow?
Well, I want to do everything I can do to learn, you know.
You're welcome to come join us.
Alrighty.
You are welcome to become a member of our team.
I appreciate that a lot, Stan.
So you think about that, and if you want to become a member, I'll put you into a dedicated piece of equipment. I will teach you what we do, how we do it, and then next year you're going to be, if you want to stay a permanent member, there may be a slot for you. And why am I doing that? Because you can recognize character right away, you guys. If somebody's willing to try to learn and grow on their own, that means there's something to them. And like I said, when the other guys came to me, and Garrett and Jameson and Melina came to me, what the heck? I recognize character. And here's more of my team son. We're not working today. What the?
I love it. This is a great team. I mean, look at this.
We were supposed to be just us down here. Johnny, how are you, sir? Oh, let's see it. Oh,
Look at that.
oh.
And I got my Keens on.
You got your old school. Hey, did you get your new boots?
No, I got to get them from Timmy.
All right, I want to try. I want to see how they work for you.
But look at these Keens. I've had them for how many years and they're still good.
Did I get you those?
Yeah.
Gavin, do little things for your team.
Yeah.
Little things.
Well,
Johnny, meet Gavin. Gavin,
Hi, Gavin.
Johnny.
Yep, nice to meet you.
Gavin,
Maybe
thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks
Maybe
for
one day
having me.
you'll get one of these.
Maybe.
Remember, it's about the people.
Mm-hmm. Well,
God bless you, sir.
It all, so
Have a good one, Gavin.
Yep.
Hi, Stimmus.
How's it going, buddy? What are you doing?
What are you doing down here,
Getting a
Johnny?
check? Getting a...
I got to give him a check.
Giving me a check?
I've got to get him a check.
Ah, okay. I want to see if your boots fit you. I got Johnny new boots. If you didn't see it, it's in the best holiday gift guide. We'll see if they fit them. They didn't cost me a lot. Just memories. You just got to do things that make memories, and I hope this helps you guys out. God bless. Go get them, you guys. I know it's a long video. Sometimes you can't say things fast. See you in the next one, you guys.